Whoops. Okay, we'll start singing here. I can't get the pause up. There we go. Well, good evening, everyone. I couldn't resist having a little holiday music going here since I got to open my holiday line today. And I cannot wait to talk about the holiday line, but I want to talk about one other thing first. And the very, very first thing I want us all thinking about, and if you're out of Richmond, this is going to apply to you in a different way. But I want to talk about the importance of the new beginning of our monthly opportunity meeting in Richmond, with the first of these being at Amber Fry's house on Thursday, October 13th. And for those of you out of town, in the same breath, I can't encourage you enough to start your own. Most of you know, but there's new ones on here. I held my first one 8 months into my business. I was a new area manager, had 2 new districts and 1 other consultant, and that was it. And I held that meeting and it did all the elements of it: the opportunity presentation, the recognition, the gifts, the recognizing the new consultants, and inspirational close. The thing that we do that in addition now is to have an overview of the 30 days, but 30 days was not invented back then. We knew nothing about that. But we held that meeting every single month from 2007 till 2020. And what you've seen, if you've been coming since COVID, is our easing back into getting together, inviting guests to come, be part, experience our community and our culture. And they see and sample the products. And we've been just sprinkling in a little bit of opportunity, a little bit of 30 days. And you know what? It's been great. We've had some really, really great times together. And if you're out of town, that's probably a really good place to start doing it like that. But starting October 13th, we're going to go back to our true monthly meeting. The opportunity will be clearly shared, not just kind of sprinkled in, in bits and pieces near the end. We'll also have those, stand up and be recognized like we used to for being in qualification or promoting or other accomplishments, and have that overview of the 30 days and the inspirational close. We're still going to meet in homes. We're not going to look to, rent the room again. We really like the feel that we've had in everyone's home. So until we are bursting at the seams and standing room only in someone's living room, we're going to do this in homes. And it is the perfect place for you to bring someone who you would love to have join you in this business, because and just invite them to simply come and listen and just decide whether this is or isn't a fit for them. I always would tell my guests, even if you do nothing after hearing this, you are going to find it an hour well spent and full of inspiration, whatever you're going to do in life. We already have dates mapped out in homes for the November, December, and January meetings too. I'll post those tomorrow so you don't have to scribble fast. So October 13th at Amber's if you're in Richmond, or talk to me or talk to your RVP about starting your own. We can help you. All right, now holiday. I don't know if anyone else has theirs yet. I love did you get yours today? I think we ordered the same time. Yeah, I love what the holiday line does each year for my business. We do not have human employees in this business. What are our employees? There are samples, there are tester products that we open for others to try. And the more that we send those testers out to work, the testers and samples, the more results we get. So think of the holiday line as your newest rock star employee, ready to go out and work for you 24/7 for October and November and December. That Skills Sunday call that I posted yesterday has tons of ideas. And if you don't want to watch another call, I think every word of it is written down in that PDF if you'd rather just read and get ideas, and really think of that call and that PDF as a smorgasbord that you just, find some things. Don't get overwhelmed thinking, I have to do all these things. No, they're just ideas. Pick and choose, 1 or 2 or 3 that really make sense to you, that you think, this is perfect. I know what I can do with this. So I'm just going to take a few quick minutes here to share the ones that I do consistently every year and that I've had success with. And then Connolly's going to share on that line too. But I remember when my first holiday line came around in December of 2006. Yikes. I had just started my business 4 months before. I was a district manager. My RVP was in Nebraska. My MVP was in Texas. So guess who was not having an open house client appreciation night that I could invite my guests to come to? They were not. And so and so there's a little plug for Beth is hosting one on October 19th. That's a Wednesday night that all of you in the Richmond area don't even have to clean your house. Beth's cleaning hers. Don't have to set up the holiday line. I'm bringing this one in there and you can invite guests, but I couldn't. And many of you are not where you can get to the Richmond one. But I knew if the clients I already had could get their hands on these products, could put them on their skin, could smell them, could just, hold them, that they would purchase them, that they would give them as gifts. And it was a bigger thought than just the extra sales at the moment. I thought, who they give gifts to are going to want more of Arbonne. They'll ask them, they'll come back to me. So I ordered that line 4 months into my business and I held those open houses some in the day, some in the evening, some on Saturday mornings, so that everybody had a time slot where they could come. And it was very successful. I've done it ever since then. I know even from the beginning, I gave each one who placed an order an Arbonne hand cream, followed with a handwritten thank you note and more follow-up. And I've continued to do this every year. I've also asked friends who work in offices if they would take a basket like this of the holiday line in for 2 to 3 days. Since I have invested in this holiday line employee, it needs to go to work. It needs to have jobs to do. So I, from the start, would just enclose a simple form where people could write their name, email, phone number, and the products they wanted, and then I would call them. And I know we have recommended cart, and recommended cart is great. It does put the ball in the other court for that order to go in. So I'm still a big fan of calling, taking that first order, and putting that order in. I did and still do vendor events wherever I can find. I won't say wherever I can find them, pick and choose where you think you're going to get quality people coming, people who would value what we have to offer. I have one coming up on October 15th that I'm really excited about. And I love these because unlike just meeting someone for the first time in a social setting where you cannot just start talking about Arbonne, you've got to build the relationship. You've got to give time for that know me, like me, and trust me to grow. But in a vendor event, people are shopping and they have just walked into your store when they walk up to that table. And you're expected to talk about what you have to offer. I always have a raffle, so they have to fill out a lead slip for the raffle. And since my raffle is not ever a big basket of products, where am I doing this vendor event? Suzanne wants to know, so I'm going to stop and answer that right now. It's a tennis tournament, and I've done this one before, and it is my dream vendor event because I get to be in tennis clothes, not professional clothes, and I get to go play matches and then come back to my table, and my team is sitting there around there, so nothing's walking off. But it's I sponsored the event. I had to pay way more for. I was our club sponsor. So I had to pay a lot more than I would normally pay for, usually like about 30, 40, 50 is a normal vendor event. I won't tell you what I did for this one, but it's a good cause. But the trade-off is that I get to have my table with products there, and it's all day long, hours and hours of just playing tennis, coming back to the table and talking to people about Arbonne. And it got rained out last weekend. So I'm excited to get to do it in another couple of weeks. So that is one, but schools often have, Santa breakfast or crafts fairs or all those types of things. And I've done many, many of those. I'm trying to think where I was. So they have to fill out a lead slip with their contact information. My raffle is never a basket of products that can just walk and then I never see it again. It's always a set dollar amount of a gift certificate. And so I'm only out the cost of the catalog and that little piece of paper if they don't call me back. But because it's just a catalog, and the piece of paper that has the dollar amount of Arbonne products, I can give away as many of those as I want to. I can call 10 people and tell them you won my raffle. And I have to tell you, I don't blindly draw that out. Who wins those raffles is who I've had the most meaningful conversations with, just saying. Don't put anything in the chat if you don't agree with that. But last, I give away lots of products from the holiday line every year to everyone on my gift list, friends, family, people I do business with, and especially my wonderful preferred clients. And often they'll turn around and order the same product I gave them for them to give as gifts. And then they see others and they order those. So the last thing I want to say on all that is it's really important that we simply add the holiday line into what we're sharing, whether it's our group events, our one-on-ones, or an open house. Not talk holiday instead of derm results and nutrition, because those are the two product lines that will have the lasting difference in people's health and skin. They're the ones that are still going to be here in January, February, where they can reorder them. They're the ones that will generate those repeat sales. So still make those the focus, and the holiday line is a bonus that you're adding in. Like when we have our local team event at Beth's house, we'll have derm results and nutrition and the holiday line. People will still be interested in 30 days. They want to get ahead of the food fest stuff that's coming, and they still do want to do 30 days now. And also I have a really fun, a little story that Cecilia told on the VP, her weekly VP huddle yesterday. I don't know if she directly sponsored this pediatrician or if it's just someone in her central nation, but there's a new consultant in there who is a pediatrician and a self-proclaimed skincare snob. And this doctor researched several of these top medical grade skincare lines sold in dermatologist's office. She wanted to compare it to derm results. And she said derm results won by a landslide on comparing ingredients to ingredients. I was thinking, well, she's going to say that they were close, they were comparable. No, she said they blew it away by a landslide. So if that doesn't give you some more confidence in derm results, anyway, there you go. So I want Connolly to unmute and talk a little bit about how she's used the holiday line as well.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Dina. You shared a lot of great ideas already. But one thing I want to say is just think big. So, the preferred client, first of all, we get a substantial amount of QV from these products / our new employees. I think it's maybe 490, I want to say. Yeah. So one, get your own set, but two, there are preferred clients, believe it or not, I know this is think big, who would be open to buying this whole set so that they had some really easy gift giving, and they're shopping at a 40% discount. So share this with your preferred clients. Like, hey, you know what? I want to make your gift giving really easy. You can order this entire set at a killer discount. And you've already checked off teachers, some neighborhood friends, one of your kids under the Christmas tree, something for you. Like, this is really awesome, unique holiday shopping. Second, I want to encourage you to use this to help you with your bookings. So, when we still have the derm results, I led with glow parties. I'd love to do a 15-minute Facebook glow party. You can go along the same lines with holiday. I'd love to help you shop your holiday products at a deeper discount. Why don't we do a Facebook party or an in-person as well, of course. And we share these with people who are already going to be ready to shop, and then you get to shop them too, but at a deeper discount with host rewards. So, that's why I'm kind of saying, like, let's think big with this. How can this increase your business on more of a long-term scale too? So with your bookings with, new teammates, just encouraging them. This is a really exciting time to start Arbonne. One, because you can go district with 3,500, which would be X amount of holiday sets right there. I'm not even going to try to do that math. I mean, it's probably super simple, but I'm just not. And so, you could go ahead and get your holiday set and then we can share that. So this is how we're always using our new products to really like long term.
On, you're freezing. Okay.
Of course, this is, oh shoot, I'm frozen. I'm back.
No, I'm going to pick up because we can't hear you. It's not okay. Can y'all hear me okay? All right. Con, try one more time and then we're going to move on. I mean, if you don't see
That's fine. It said my connection was unstable.
Okay,
so
now you're back. We can hear you.
I have full internet, but I'll close out. So the last thing is I love one-to-one conversations with my preferred clients. So just individually messaging them and letting them know they have a free gift this month, one with $150 order. So why don't we go ahead and tack some holiday products on there and just really showing them how these products could help make their gift giving easy, unique, beautiful, pure, safe, beneficial, all the things, just really looking out for them and helping them. I think you said the others that I typically do as well, Dina. So
thanks.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Thank you so much, Connolly. And, something that Abby, who did the call on the whole holiday line, said that I thought, well, that is a very simple way to say it. She said something to the effect of, two mistakes that people make. One is not ordering their own set, and the second is ordering it and then not using it. And so, the last thing you want to do, unless you just want the whole set to use, I mean, that's obviously you can do that. But if you're thinking of it as an employee and that it's going to go to work for you, don't order it and then just let it sit there. I love getting it out there and listen to how Connolly presented that you're always helping someone else with it, and people love help getting holiday shopping done. Okay, next, I want to recognize and honor Thomas Deans. I'm so proud of you, Thomas. Hope you're already unmuted because yes, you're getting ready to share with us. And I have just so enjoyed getting to know you over the years and watching you grow in confidence. And I'm not going to say anymore. Everyone just loves you here. And we are all so happy for you. So unmute and tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you, Dina. I appreciate you giving me a chance to speak. Definitely a lot more confident now than I was when I first started. I started almost 3 years ago. I started off because I wanted to try the skincare. And Beth being Beth, she said, I'll sell you all the skincare you want, but if you don't fix your gut, it's not going to help. So I did the 30-day, ended up doing it 90 days straight and changed my life. I had fibromyalgia for 20 years that I struggled with pain every day. After doing the 30-day or 90 days, no longer had to take any medication, was no longer in any pain. 3 years later, I'm still pain-free and medication-free. So I am definitely gung-ho and dedicated and lifer to the business. I did come out of the gate in like my third month in, I did become a district manager. I lost that. And it was due to be honest with you and being humble with you, I did not have the belief that I thought I had. So I was plugging in to go for gold with Donna, listening to all the old stuff. And then, she joined Facebook and I started listening to that, got hooked up on Debbie Neal, and things just weren't clicking in my brain. I knew what I wanted in my heart, but I couldn't get the action to match to my heart and my brain. I just couldn't get it together. So I went and spoke with a friend and said, look, this is what's going on. I need your help. Pretty much, he told me, all I hear is blame. You need to do stuff from love. And about that time, we were hearing that all the time, do it from love, serve, love, grow. And it just clicked when he said it. So about that time, I was listening to Debbie. She was talking about The Power, The Secret, and then The Hero and The Magic. So I read all 4 of those books, and it changed my life. It just, the confidence was there. I started growing as a person, and it just all clicked. So definitely I've learned from reading, is constantly doing podcasts, listening to podcasts. I went to my first Empower Live and listened to Ed Milet. And to be honest, I wasn't excited. I'm like, oh my God, not another rich man telling us what he need to do. But by the time it was over, he kicked my butt. He touched my heart. I downloaded this book, and my drive back from Richmond to Williamsburg, I started listening to his book, and I was done with it in 2 days. And it just made a world of difference. Just the learning that I have learned from reading. So that's my cycle now, is constantly reading. I had a chicken list. That same person that I talked to for advice was actually kind of a mentor. And I just shared the business. And because I was confident, I was like, okay, look, you know what? Who knows? All I can do is share it. He says yes or no. He's a business partner today. So you never know what comes out of you just being consistent and working on yourself and growing. So I can't, stress enough that you definitely need to read, show up for everything, and make sure that you listen to your upline, because thank God my upline has really grabbed hold to me and just been great mentors to me and helped push me to where I'm at now. And I'm just excited to move to the next level. I'm starting to see myself where I want to be. So the confidence is definitely there. Of course, I still got a long ways to go. That it's a never ending growing type thing, but I'm excited. I know that I'll be standing on stage as a national vice president, and I know that I'm going to do that by helping one person at a time.
Oh my goodness, that gives me goosebumps. Seriously. Thank you. I love your heart. I love watching you grow. And Scott, if you're watching this recording, I know you have to be so proud of your friend and sponsor in Arbonne. And we are so happy that you're with us too. So Thomas, thank you for sharing that. This is, and I feel like you probably feel like you're just beginning, and the best is still ahead. But that is so much growth and positivity in you. I love that. All right, we're going to do all the recognition now. I'm going to share the screen, and Connolly is going to go through this with us. And Con, take it.
Okay, I hope I don't freeze.
Oh yeah.
Okay, am I frozen?
Good.
Okay. All right, and qualification for districts. Maris Moroni, Olga Vogt, Diana Ofawia, Becca Badilla, Jillian Bolans, Suzanne Catucci, goodness, Suzanne, I know your last name, Scott Putman, and Becky Somay. Congratulations.
Yeah. Whoops, it's not moving. Move. Okay.
Oh, there he is. I love this picture. New district manager, Thomas Dean, promoted by Beth Hooper. That is gorgeous.
Awesome.
You guys look so radiant. Congratulations, Thomas. Okay, and let's talk bonuses. Consultant bonus, Scott Putman, who you're referring to, I think, Thomas. Yeah, your new business partner. District manager bonuses, Amber Fry, Beth Hooper, and myself. And area manager bonus, Amber Fry.
Awesome.
Okay, here we go for changing. Okay, changing five lives or more. We have Scott Putman, Amber Fry, and myself. And then changing one life or more. We're just going to go down first names. Okay. Courtney, Dina, Beth, Sarah, Jillian, Maggie, Olga, Rihanna, Fran, Zipporah, Carly, Elizabeth, Crystal, Lindsay, Ann, Jamie, and Jen. Wow. Congrats. That was a long list. All right. And then our top and changing lives. So our top district was Beth Hooper, Amber Fry, and then myself. Top area, Amber Fry, Fran Babishek, and then myself. Okay, top personal sales, Dina Kretzer, Amber Fry, Connolly Stewart. I'll say my name this time. Perfect Brick. We had Scott Putman, Amber Fry, and me.
Awesome.
Woohoo!
All right, last screen.
Okay, this is cool. On the way to the next trip, everybody. So 100+ points. Janet Benson, Anna Nice, Jamie Combati, Rihanna Peasy, Amber Lelistra, Maggie Nagard. 200+ points. Courtney Lewis, 300+ points. Myself and Fran Babishek, 500+ points. Amber Fry and Dina Kretzer.
Connolly, thank you so much. And congrats to all of you whose names were just read on there. And please know, no matter what those points say for who's where on the trip, it is still wide open for every single one of you, even if you had 0 points and didn't see your name on there. And it's especially now that we have this month with the 3,500 to DM, you promote to DM yourself or you promote someone to district, that's 125 for each person gets that. And so I'm not going to do a lot, in fact, any training on the power to district manager, because I'm going to assume or tell you from this point on, if this is something that's a goal of yours, please talk to your upline, to your sponsor, your area, your region, and map it out now while you still have the whole month of October and the holiday line added into our other 2 rock star lines to work with. So I'm going to leave that between you and, sharing that with your upline. And then don't forget that other awesome gift from Arbonne, that all our preferred clients who didn't have a gift on their account have one this month. That's huge because some people just either didn't get around to it or they didn't need products in time. But now it's been a couple of months, they don't have one on their account and now they do. And if they use it, then they're going to have another one on their account that's good till the end of December. So that's going to be really, really helpful for, when you remind them in December. All right. If you're in Richmond, Beth's house, October 19th, that's clients, preferred clients, potential clients, mainly, and we will certainly sprinkle in a tiny little bit of opportunity, but mainly the opportunity presentation at Amber's on October 13th, or someone's hosting their own out there, I know. What I want to close with tonight, I might go not quite 5 minutes over on this, but it's something that I read, and I know I've quoted from this book before, but it'll be something different, The Everyday Hero by Robin Sharma. And I thought this was very interesting, where he talked about, the chapter was entitled, The Victim to Hero Leap. And he lists 5 characteristics of the victim and then the opposite characteristics of the hero. So unmute yourself or type in the chat. I'm going to say what the victim one is, and I know you can guess the opposite of what it is. So if the victim has a mindset of, I can't, what do you suppose he said the hero's mindset was? Either say it out loud or type it in the chat super fast. Come on.
I can.
Okay, it's the mentality of can. And then the victim makes excuses. What do you think the hero does? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He says delivers results, and later in the chapter takes ownership. And then the victim lives in the past. This is an easier one. Present, yes, and making their future brighter. And the victim is busy being busy, where the hero is productive. And the victim takes from the world. So this is another easy one. The hero would give to the world. Okay, I'm going to just read a few notes of what he said on each one of them. Victims are prisoners of can't. And then I just added a little bit in Arbonne. What might that be? I can't find new preferred clients. I can't find new teammates. I can't book group events. I can't succeed, can't lead. Robin Sharma writes, beneath can't lies fear. Fear of failing, fear of not being good enough, fear of others' opinions. There was a whole long list. Said the words we use are our thoughts made verbal. Success and engineering a gorgeous life requires the positive energy of can, and we have to avoid being affected with can't. So as soon as the word can't comes to mind in your next day, week of what you think you can't do in life and in your business, think of his words that's victim speak. And I know I never want to have victim speak coming out of my mouth. If it's coming out of my mouth, it's because it was here first. The second one on the excuses, he said, you can make excuses or you can change our world. He said, you can spot a victim by watching how they have a near instant reason to explain why their life is not working, which never has anything to do with them. We grow up the instant we assume absolute personal responsibility for the way our results look. Every time you restrain yourself from descending into an excuse and instead view yourself as the creator of your life, you'll receive a corresponding increase in strength. Many of his sentences like that, I have to read about 3 times to take it all in. The third one was that living in the past. He said, see your history as an academy you can learn from versus a jail to stay chained in. Is that good? Employ selective amnesia to remember only the good you've been blessed to enjoy. Use all that has happened as fuel to rise even higher. And yet he's written about 2 pages on each one, and I've pulled out maybe 3 sentences on each one. Number 4, being busy versus being productive. It's so much easier to deceive yourself into thinking you have too much to do, and then blame your lack of victory and triumph on the hard world that demands so much of your time and attention. Easier to do that than to own your own game by blocking out all the digital distractions and unnecessary interruptions and honoring your native brilliance by doing work that mesmerizes all who witness it. It's easy to fall into the trap of doing fake work instead of real work. And sometimes we translate that into Arbonne as being exhausted from all the work we've done when the work has been thinking about what we should do and not the energizing work of actually doing the real work. And then the last was the takes from the world, gives to the world. I just copied down 2 sentences. The majority of people live in scarcity, the fear that there is not enough out there for everyone to be happy. But the truth is that the one who enriches the most people wins. And anyway, there's a lot more in there than that, but I hope that gave you a little snippet of that and just a real encouragement to notice the difference and work always to that hero mindset. And I love the one who enriches the most people wins. And that's where I always want to be, is at the end of each day to know that maybe I didn't make a sale, maybe I didn't hit some kind of goal, but if I enriched someone else's life, that is what it's all about, and to show that kind of love and service to someone. So thank you so much, all of you who are on live, and hello to all of you watching the recording another day. But I appreciate especially you all getting on live with me this evening, and happy holiday fun. And I love you all very much. Good night, everyone.